Speaking of criticism, some people said you were ducking the fight, you didn't want the fight because of this December negotiations. Can you tell the fans a little bit about the business side that was going on?
Well, see, what people don't understand, and I get it from a frustrated fan perspective, especially when they don't know the business side or how it goes. You know, we fight for a living. You know, I fight for my family. I want to make sure I'm compensated accordingly. And you said it best. You know, they're making this guy out to be the biggest guy. They're making him out to be the superstar. He's selling out arenas. So pay me accordingly. If he's the superstar guy, if he's the main man, why would I not want to get compensated accordingly? If this is the biggest fight that can be made at middleweight, then why not want to get paid accordingly? And that was the main reason why it has taken so long, because it's supposed to be scheduled for December, but now that it's in March, the paperwork is right. I'm happy with the business side of it, and the training part, that's all up to me now. It's my job to get in there and do my job.
And then lastly, fighting at home for a big and dangerous fight, New York, how's that feel?
It feels great. I just feel like, you know, I wouldn't want to have any place in the world other than New York, because the Mecca of boxing, Madison Square Garden, it's historic. You know, and this is one of those historic fights. You know, so I believe, from a fan and from my own perspective, I just feel like it couldn't have been at a better place, because New York fans are the best. The Mecca of boxing, throughout the history of the world, has been the number one place for big, extravagant fights. So me being a New Yorker is just icing on the cake. Thank you.
Hey, Danny. My first question is, I noticed that you brought your whole team out here with you. How good does that feel? Because I know you're moving locations, but it feels good to see familiar faces. Talk about the atmosphere, your coaches, and all that stuff.
It feels great. I mean, to have my whole team come out here and to have that home feeling away from home is everything. You know, it plays into my mental. I feel like, you know, I'm out here on my own. I'm doing things that I've never done before. I have my whole team. My family actually came out to see me one time, so that was incredible. So I don't feel like the sacrifice of being away is bad. You know, I feel like it's a great sacrifice because it's mixed. You know, me being a dad too, you know, me being able to see my son is just, you know, it's everything. But you know, when you make a sacrifice like this and you've been away for weeks upon weeks upon weeks, it just, you know, adds to that fury, adds to that, you know, that motivation.
I got to work out.
To get in there and it adds to that motivation.
And I hear a lot of people with you, they talk about the mental side, but I don't think people understand the hell you went through when you were outside of boxing. Is there anything Gennady Golovkin can mentally bring to you that you didn't have to go when you were outside of boxing, surviving cancer, losing a loved one?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean, the physical challenges that I faced with learning how to walk again and going through chemo and radiation and all those different things, I mean, that was the lowest of the lows. I mean, there's nothing in this world, including the fight with Gennady Golovkin, that can mentally break me or mentally make me fearful of overcoming. I mean, I almost died, you know. I'm not gonna die inside that ring. You know, it's a different type of, there's different levels.
To put context to the sport, I'm kind of hearing where like this is real life as opposed to like you're the best at a competition.
Right, it's still a sport. I mean, it's a sport where you can get hurt, but at the same time, it's a sport. You know, I'm just looking forward to being the best in this sport, being the best in my division, and proving that I'm one of the best in the world.
And finally from me, I know you talked about the snack train. Can you go a little bit more about that hypoxic, all that cool stuff? And is there any of those supplements that you're like taking, man? Because I'm trying to get fit.
Well, the hypoxia trainer was the bubble, and just a different workout that I haven't really been used to doing, and it's already taken an effect on me. I mean, I can go 12 rounds now, even though we're kind of pacing ourselves, but you know, I feel really good. I feel really good working with those guys. They've added a little niche to my training and my condition, and like I've said before, I'm looking forward to implementing all this things come fight night.
And are you a ZMA dude, or is there any of those supplements that you like, or not?
Oh, you're gonna try to get me to answer that, huh? I'm not gonna answer that.